And we have an action-packed video, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you are going to want to go ahead and smash a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below and share this video across all platforms to get the MMTLP message out there. That's right. The Blue Sheets release could be 48 hours away. So let's get into this. No promises, but there is big action and huge props to everyone involved in this. This is a huge moment here for MMTLP. Our buddy Drew Diligence on Twitter at Free Commercial says, very excited to report that a petition has been filed in the Supreme Court of New York County, New York, by Mr. Mark Basile here, which we talked about Mr. Mark Basile plenty of times here, on behalf of a client to compel FINRA to produce the MMTLP Blue Sheets in an effort to ascertain the identities of all 105 broker-dealers involved. It is important to note that this is not a lawsuit, rather it's a process to get pre-lawsuit discovery. The judge has 48 hours to sign off or not sign off. Thank you, Mark, and the OTC lawyers, which is security attorneys. So this is freaking like huge, guys. So we're going to get an answer here within 48 hours. Now, this was posted about 3 p.m. You can see here Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see if we get something by Friday afternoon. Seems like that would be the time. I'm assuming the filing would have been sometime a little bit before this. So here we also got Meta News. MMAT News says, breaking, a motion to seek MMTLP Blue Sheets data filed in New York Supreme Court. Motion filed by Mark Basile, and the judge may approve within 48 hours. Like I said, this is exciting stuff, guys. Now, here is an interesting play on this. So a lot of you all saying, yeah, but what if they don't give it? What if they don't give it? So here is a great, thing to take from it here. Avid Trader says, if MMTLP files suits against FINRA, SEC to get information on Blue Sheets investigation, A, they give it to them, then we win. B, they explain why they can't give it to them, that is the win. Point is, they must give an answer and cannot drag their feet on this matter. TikTok, ham, short killer. So like I said, guys, if they say, the judge says, give us the Blue Sheets, great, we win. We're going to find out what the number is of how many counterfeit shares are out there. And if they don't want to give it to us, they're going to have to give an explanation why. Why aren't they releasing it? So we will get an answer either way here on this case. So that is a very valid point. I agree with that 100%. So yeah, I hope it ain't, if they can't release it, I hope it's not some BS answer. They really need to give like a legit answer of why they won't just release it. If there's nothing to hide, then why are you not wanting to just give that information? Because if you're honest and open, what is there to hide? That's the point. And if they won't release it, guys, you know that the numbers we were saying is probably very accurate, somewhere in that 400 million to 1 billion synthetic counterfeit shares, whatever you want to call it. If they won't release it, there's a reason why they won't release it. All right, we got Anthony J. Piscato here, We the People. Now, we're going to go in his profile here. You can see he is an analyst, stockbroker, trader, investor, and he was a part of Goldman Sachs and Credit Suisse. He is seen to come out here to help the MMTLP community in this, and we really appreciate his help. He says, there's been an interesting discovery, and I will let your MMTLP team notify you. I have also contacted Mr. Basile and emailed Mr. West Christian. 3 key people have it: Jeffrey Irons, Anna Trades, and Jason Sanders here. I would take this all offline to get a Slack group. Now, we talked about when we had the MMTLP Army down in D.C. and where they were at the committee there, and they were supposed to talk about MMTLP. Well, we got a little insight here. It says, you were ambushed in D.C. because your playbook is online. So, by us talking about in the space, people talking about that in the space chats, and maybe talking about everything that was going to happen in D.C., the bad actors in this, the counterfeiters, all that, they sent this person in there to sway the congressman. So it was never brought up because this congressman told them a bunch of lies, and he's saying that he is a actual investor himself, portrayed someone that he wasn't. Well, at least he says he is, but whatever. Mr. Angel. But yeah, so definitely here going forward, we got to be careful with maybe the action of plan is not to really say what you're going to do so they can't prepare to counter that action. So either way here though, we're all learning on this as we go. Moving forward here, Ham the Short Killer and John Berta had dinner together. That's right. So pretty awesome here. Ham the Short Killer says, MMTLP, I had dinner with John Berta. You're in great hands. Remember, nobody asked for this to happen. The crooks did this, FINRA and SEC. They have no choice but to fix it. Keep knocking down doors, Anna Trades. So that has been kind of the trend now. We are trying to get Anna Trades on CV Payne. That's right. We want to get Anna Trades. You know how she was down there in D.C. with William P. Farron and all them? Well, Anna Trades was the one we did the video on that she got to actually talk to Mr. Gary Gensler, and he acknowledged that he's very well aware of the MMTLP situation. So we'd love to get Anna on Charles Payne because it is such huge awareness of MMTLP in the news, guys. And John Berta here says, what a nice dinner it was. Ham has all the best stories. Now, Ham was on a little bit of a roll today, tweeting away on Twitter with all this stuff going on. Now, he did this tweet before the news came out about the court case they're filing here to get the blue sheets. So Ham had this one here. It says, MMTLP, I told you don't sleep. Wait until what's next. And then GTI, watch it. It'll be fun. Now, guys, I'm just going to throw this out there. I said I'm not investing in the market until MMTLP situation is resolved. And I'm still holding to that. But as I've been following this, and I know Ham knows his stuff. And I'm just going to put this out here. Not financial advice. This is what I'm going to be doing. But, I've always wanted to take MMTLP profits, take a portion of that, and buy some MMAT. And I'm kind of liking that it's down here like in the 20 cents because that means I'm going to get more ownership of buying shares in the 20-cent range. And hopefully it stays there before MMTLP would get resolved. But I think I'm also going to put a little bit of money in GTII because William P. Farron, Ham Short Killer, they have been up on this stuff nonstop, and they have it proven that there is a huge, counterfeit situation in GTII, and I want to be a part of that as well. So I will probably be picking up some shares once MMTLP is resolved of GTII to support that cause as well. So I just wanted to put that out there. And like I said, not financial advice, but I'm going to be buying MMAT and GTII once this gets resolved. Ham said also here, what I have to say is, in GTII, the naked shorts will just walk away and the street has to clean up the mess. Then lawsuit. For MMTLP, it will be a two-part play. Number one, open for trading. Whoever sold it will take a beating. They are big players. So he's saying right there, trading will happen. And if you were short, you're going to take a beating. And a beating ain't even, that's just, literally you're going to be taking a beating because we're not selling cheap. And especially the freaking mess you made us go through, locked up our share money now for over 130 plus days. The way this corrupt market is, we're not selling cheap, guys. We want big money because you owe it. And if you got 3-4x the float out there in shorts, good luck getting it. Because there could be a lot of investors that just kind of, in a sense, walked away, haven't kept up with the news. There's 65,000 plus investors. Yeah, some stuff on Twitter may get some views and get a couple thousand here on YouTube and the stuff, but how many of that is actually of those 65,000 guys? Think about that. There's a lot of people out there to hold shares that are not going to be selling just because they're not even around. They're not even following. They're just going to wait and see what the dividend is, and that's probably what they're doing. But the bulk of us here will wait for higher prices for this baby to sell because they're going to be so done when if this baby opens up for trade and it goes the way it should have went. Guys, you saw this thing would have hit probably $4,000 because I think it was only like 5 million shares was available to buy, and that was up to 4K. And we know they're probably 400 million plus short. That's just a rough estimate. That's a guess, but it has to be big, guys. Like I said, it has to be a huge short position for them to do this. So anyway, he says open trading for whoever sold it, and they will take a beating. They are big players. Number two, lawsuits versus the SEC and FINRA and short. So there you go. Yeah, he was replying back to the Brian's comment there. And the last post here from Mr. Ham says GTI forced them to show their hands. It's all over soon. Either give the data or tell us why you won't. Mmtlp, it will end soon. And he was replying here to our buddy Drew Diligence on that post here of getting the blue sheets. He is saying it will end soon. So that is exactly what we're hoping, that this will end soon. And we want this to end in a way that we get what we want out of this. Now, what do we want? What is the main thing we want? We want our 2 days of trading back. That's right. And not only do we want our 2 days of trading back, but we want all short / counterfeit naked synthetic shares out there to be covered. There should be no counterfeit shares going into Nextbridge. It needs to get the books down to the 165.5 million of the shares. So there's 400 million out there. They got to buy all these synthetics back, man. They got to buy them back. So it's going to be very interesting. It needs to be a very regulated market to make sure that they buy back down to the number that needs to be going into Nextbridge. Then they can do that. They can monitor that. They can see that. It needs to be a strict, like I said, market for this, and they are forced to close at whatever price it goes to, because that's the way it should have been. So that is my thoughts and opinions. We got a lot of information in today's video. I'm excited. I'm hoping to come out Friday with an exciting update of them releasing the blue sheets, and maybe we'll get some numbers out of that. Maybe it stays private. I don't know. But it would be fantastic to know either way that the blue sheets have been released. And whether we get those numbers or not, we'll have to see. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace.